Today I'm meeting with the Minister of Transport from UAE, Mr. Alnuaimi, and I'm very happy to be here in Abu Dhabi for participating in the PRC meeting. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation to join this video chat. And this is a kind of new initiative to get in touch with our member countries and to be more interactive, our member countries. So I'm happy to have you here. And this is my third visit to UAE, and my last visit was 10 years ago. But this is my first visit to Abu Dhabi. And I think this city is really amazing, and I'm very happy to be this wonderful city. And I know that in 2017, UAE joined the ITF. And at the time, I was elected as SG, so I have a special feeling about UAE because we started at the same time. And today, taking this opportunity, I would like to ask several questions. And what are the current transport policy priorities of UAE?
Thank you. Before I answer, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for being with us, and I hope that your stay in Abu Dhabi is as comfortable as you might have thought. With the huge delegations that we have here, I'm quite sure that you would be interacting with the people that you really want to see. Now we've been at the ITF. I've been a full member with the ITF for the last couple of years, and with that 2 years we have been interacting together, and I would like to thank you for all the assistance. Your secretary has always been supportive to the United Arab Emirates efforts in dealing with many topics that we have to share together. Now, when it comes to the policies, we are in line with what you have drawn for the ITF. We look into the roads sincerely, and we know that it's not only means of transportation. We consider roads as part of our culture, and that is why we thought of the topic of this event as such relative to culture and economy. So when we draw policies, our policies is in line with the people's comfort, because roads in general is for people. It's not, yes, there are cars that use it, but it is made for people to get somewhere faster and safer. So the safety is one issue of the thing that we draw when we look into our strategy and policies, and also the sustainability, because today, unlike 20 years or maybe even 10 years ago, today sustainability is an issue, and we have to encounter it and make it as part of our strategies, our policies for our roads. These are the topic that we with the ITF share, and we feel that we are an effective part of the international community when it comes to the infrastructure in general, and when it actually boils down to roads. I'm very happy that you are here, and I'm quite sure that such topics would actually be shared with the international communities here. I believe that we have over 50 odd high official ministers from the whole universe. So that would probably be part of the topics that we would be discussing on the next few days.
Thank you for your very interesting and very impressive response. And I know that you were at the ITF summit this year, and the theme was connectivity. So road is definitely for connecting people. So in that sense, this meeting can be really meaningful. Especially, I think UAE is a very important our member, because you represent this Arabic-speaking region, the only country from this region. So we want to have some more neighbor countries from this region to make ITF more globalized. So I definitely ask for supporting us in that regard. And my next question is regarding Masdar city in UAE. That's an example of model city of future mobility. And what is your vision for future mobility in UAE?
We have started already with our Masdar city, looking into the future. And the main topic when it comes to Masdar is what would the future look like when it comes to mobility. What would the need would look like when it comes to intermodality for the future? What would people consider when we look into the sustainability of the infrastructure in general? In Masdar city, much of the researcher topics is being discussed, and their annual seminar speak about itself. President of nation attend such events, and they take home the values of future. So with Masdar, we have an edge of so many friends and countries, because we have a city that actually communicate with us about what would the future look like. Now, specifically, we look into electric vehicles, we look into zero emission, we look into within the city. I would love to take this opportunity to invite you to meet the people responsible for this, and they would probably take a tour. You would take a tour in the city, and you would probably take some valuable discussion with them, and that would probably make also would add a value to the visit. I know you have a busy schedule, but I would love you to see the Masdar city, and I would love that they know what do we do in the FTA, and how can we be an asset for them. That would probably be something that I would love to see you and the people in Masdar doing, if you have time.
I already registered for site visit to Masdar, so I'm definitely visiting the city on Tuesday afternoon. So thank you for your tip. And especially this afternoon, I'm moderating a minister's session with the theme of land use planning. So I think when we design a city, transport and other elements of the city should be combined properly. And in that regard, Masdar city can be a very good example for our member countries and other transport stakeholders. And especially among the new future mobilities, what is your thought on electrified vehicles? Because I saw so many hybrid cars and taxis from the airport when I arrived last night. And what is your vision for the autonomous vehicle and electrified vehicles?
We are as part of the international community. Now, I believe that the whole universe have took great step toward electric vehicles and autonomous systems. But I think it's high time for the private sector and for those who manufacture such new technologies to acknowledge the fact that it's not governments related or organization related like the FTA. It is them as well. Now, I don't know if any country like mine would consider investing on autonomous vehicles, providing stations. Any of the manufacturer step forward and say, I would take over providing stations for charging vehicles. I think with this attitude, I don't know how far we would go forward, or how fast we would go forward. The hindrance would be even harder. But I believe that the private sector, manufacturer, should definitely come as a part of the funding agents for it, rather than only technology transfer or technology to put forward for the use. During the utilization of electric vehicles and the zero-emission vehicles, we've seen values. It's really great for the environment, for us, for the technologies, but we need a faster step. It is not easy. It's hard to get the manufacturer engaged in actual doing of stations, rather than only manufacturing vehicles and then putting them forward to the market. Second issue, that we have to unify the outlets. Today, with each manufacturer having an outlet, making it so difficult. If you have X manufacturer, I don't want to name them, but X manufacturer, Y manufacturer, Z manufacturer, Z outlet, X outlet, Y outlet. Exactly like when we introduced Nokia, and then the departure from the Nokia and so forth. So the outlet is very essential. You cannot have in my office. I have an electric vehicle with a and I had to put a station in my office to charge this vehicle. Now, any other vehicle would not be able to use such facilities that I provided. So it's very important to unify the outlets. And a discussion that we had a couple of years ago in Birmingham, when I suggested that we really need to look into stations as a single manufacturer, rather than each manufacturer look into his own. We really need to look into the user. Today, it's not the best economy, and tomorrow is even worse, maybe. So we don't want to make it harder for people like me to acquire something that he felt for 10 years now that it would be something nice to use, something nice to have. So it's very important that we unify the charging outlets.
Thank you very much. And my last question, as a full member of ITF, and what is your aspiration and what do you expect regarding the relationship between UAE and ITF in the future?
As it is, we have a great relationship together, and I'm quite sure that you give that all the support that we had from yourself, your office, your secretaries, your team. Marvelous. We enjoyed it a lot, and we know the value of being a full member, and that is for sure an adding value to our existing knowledge, and we enjoy it. What I would love to see in the future, two things. One, we've started already by having some more Arab countries engaged. Last year, thank you for your assistance, we engaged Tunisia as a member. And that was really nice, because we really need to see more Arab countries being members, full members of the ITF, because the ITF today is not like what it used to be as a club for small countries or countries with common economies. Today, the ITF is a world organization that should have almost all countries as member. I would like to see ITF as a united nation, where everyone that is associated with roads, with infrastructure, being in. I would also love to see a research center being established as part of the amount of research papers, investigation that you do. And I know that you have great library. I would love to see a research center, and if you think of a UAE as a place to be associated with this, I would definitely give it my full support, because we need a research center to support all our research that we see from ITF.
Thank you very much. I hope that the relationship between ITF and UAE will be more strengthened in the future, and to solve the global problems in the transport sector, because problem in the transport sector is not the problem for one country or two countries or a very limited number of countries, but is a problem for everybody and for the global community. So hope to solve the problem. And thank you very much for your time and cooperation. Shukran.
Thank you. Afwan, and I am very pleased to see you here. And thank you very much for accepting my invitation to be in Abu Dhabi. And I'm quite sure that your presence here is an added value to the event. So many ministers were aware of your presence, and I hope that you can interact as you normally do with everyone. And thank you for making Abu Dhabi as a destination for yourself. Thank you
Very much.